Brakatha Yahawah, Brakatha Yahawashah, Brakatha Yahawah, Brakatha Yahawashah, Brakatha Yahawah, Brakatha Yahawashah, Ka Halayim La Yahawah Wa Yahawashah, bahasham Ha Rawchaa Qadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. Shalom, man. We ain't no damn Moors, man. I go around my city all the time, man, and that's what I hear, Moorish Americans and where this and where. I don't give a fuck about that, man. That's not doing nothing for us, man, and that's not gonna do nothing for us later on, man. You know, and Jake gotta snap out of that shit. You see what I'm saying? Because we really are destroyed for lack of knowledge. You know, that's why the Apostle Paul said that we have a zeal for God, but not according to knowledge. We don't know who our true power is. Fucking Allah ain't our power, man. Allah isn't nothing but Hebrew for power. You know, it's the Hebrew word that means power, bro. Like Allah ain't the name of the living power, man. You see what I'm saying? And y'all really tweaking out, man, with that shit, man. That's some old Arabian shit, man. You know, which all goes back to Ishmael in the Bible, you know. And that's really what the Quran teaches, man, that the birthright was given to Ishmael. You see what I'm saying? Instead of Isaac, man, which were Abraham's sons. And man, the Bible wasn't written by no damn white man either, man, or even authorized by no white man. King James was a so-called black man. He was an Israelite that was ruling over what you'll know as, United Kingdom, Scotland, different European nations. You know what I'm saying? Or with that, I'm gonna get into this lesson, man. We not no damn Moors, man. When you therefore shall see the abomination of desolation spoken of by Daniel the prophet, stand in the holy place. Whoso readeth, let him understand. How do you understand? Line upon line, precept upon precept, here a little, there a little. Okay, so right now, this right here talking about when Daniel was prophesying about the abomination of desolation. Well, let's go to that. Right here in Daniel's 11 and 31. And arms shall stand on his part, and they shall pollute the sanctuary of strength. And they shall place the abomination that make it desolate. So they shall do everything against us to take us out of our seat of power, man. Cause we are Israelites, man. We are Yasharallah, man. That means princes of the power. And notice that Yasharallah has Allah at the end, power at the end. Come on, man. That's strike one, man. That's strike one for biting the Israelite style, man. That's Hebrew. Boom, we gonna jump back to Matthew 24 and 15. When you therefore shall see the abomination of desolation spoken of by Daniel the prophet, so when you start to see that they coming against everything that makes you an Israelite, you know what I'm saying? Whoso readeth, let him understand. Then let them which be in Judea flee into the mountains. Let him which is on the housetop not come down to take anything out of his house. Neither let him which is in the field return back to take his clothes. You know what I'm saying? So when you see that they basically coming against you, leave, get up out of here. You know, that's what our Lord, our King Yahawashi was saying. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna jump right here. This is an insert out of the book From Babylon to Timbuktu, and I'm gonna start at the top of page 84. To this statue, the people brought the sacrifices of pig meat, the animal which is an abomination to the Jews. Abomination of desolation, man. We sacrificing fucking pig meat to our power, man, to our strength, man, and to our strength, which told us not to eat pig meat or shrimp or crab or lobster or catfish or any fucking abomination, man. And we sacrificing it to him. If that ain't no spit in the face, then what is? That's just like your dad, man. Your dad or your mama or anybody, man. Anybody you look up to, man. If they tell you not to do something and you still do it, what they gonna tell you doing? You being disrespectful, man. Everything that's going on now is a cause is a result of our disrespect to the Most High, Yahawah. You understand? Sacrifices of pig meat, man. That shit just pissed me the fuck off, man. Salakia, Akim. But because of this religious persecution, first of all, religious. We not no religion, man. You know, we not no religion. We are a people, man. Just like you call yourself African American, we're not African American. We're Israelites. You know, religion really got to do with okay, we're not Christians, we're Muslims type of shit. You feel me? Fuck a religion. The legitimate high priest Onias III and many other Jews fled into African countries, such as Egypt, Ethiopia, and Cyrenaica, Libya. Throughout the last 2,500 years, the main factors that have contributed to the social migration of the Jews. So the main reason why we've been moving around so much throughout, and the Lord said that we'd be scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, you know? Jump down right here, Deuteronomy 28:68, and the Lord shall scatter thee among all people, from one end of the earth even unto the other. You know, we scattered amongst all people, but the main reason because we're scattered amongst all people is because wars, religious persecution, and commerce. All these factors were operating and gave rise in the African Jewish population. And it ain't got nothing to, and I hate the word Jewish because those are the so-called white people living in the Holy Land right now, man. Defiling that land, dirtying up that land, you know, just totally like disrespecting that land, man. You know what I'm saying? And the suffix ish means to be like or pertain to. So that, you know, we ain't pertaining to shit. We are. You know? In the year 65 BC, the Roman armies under General Pompey captured Jerusalem. In 70 AD, General Vespasian and his son Titus put an end to the Jewish state with great slaughter. And that's in the Bible, man. You know? That's in the Apocrypha, what they wanted to take out, what they wanted to hide. Because the so-called white man, you know, like the Yahawah said, he's the biggest identity thief ever. You know? He changed his name 1,000 fucking times, man. You're the Edomite that the Bible speaks of, man. You know? They got all they history that they push, you know, American history, world history, things of that nature. They got all that history from the Bible. Because like it said up here, throughout the last 2,500 years, the main factors, okay, so boom, 2,500 years ain't from Sunday to Tuesday, man. You see what I'm saying? It happened over a decent period of time. So, like, they had time to really switch things up and really cause confusion, hence the name Babylon the Great. You know, this is the Great Confusion, man. America. During the period of the military governors of Palestine's go back to Ishmael, you know, which was Abraham's son, Abraham had more than two sons, but those are the main two that the Bible deals with. And Abraham gave his blessing to Isaac, not Ishmael. And the Bible speaks of Ishmael being a madman, And the people you see of Arab, this so-called Arab descent and things of that nature, Palestinians and Saudi Arabians and all that, they all go back to Ishmael in the Bible. Many outrages and atrocities were committed against the residue of the people. So the remaining of the people, they did a lot of fucked up shit to them, man. During the period from the so-called Arabians did, or the so-called, whatever you want to look at, like they basically cleaned up the job. During the period from Pompey to Julius, it had been estimated that over 1 million Jews fled into Africa, fleeing from Roman persecution and slavery. That Roman persecution and slavery is the abomination of desolation. That's what popped it off, man. The slave markets were full of black Jewish slaves. Okay, and just to give you a little idea, on the map, man. Boom. Israel would be like right in the center. It said, then let them which be in Judea flee into the mountains. And then also right here it says at the top, because of the religious persecution, the legitimate high priest Onias III and many other Jews fled into African countries such as Egypt, Ethiopia, Cyrenaica, Libya. So boom, Egypt right there, that's the mountains. Libya, all the way. Basically what we getting is we not no damn Moors, man. Morocco is in the fucking mountains of Africa, which is the land of Ethiopia in the Bible, man. Ethiopia is the only little country out of Africa that kept that, they kept the ancient name, man. They kept the name from the jump. But moral of the story is, though, when we left Roman persecution from the middle, we basically in between Egypt and Saudi Arabia and like right below Turkey. We fled into the mountains of Egypt, Libya, Algeria, We made it to Morocco, man. Morocco is heavily influenced by what, though? Green says Islam. And Morocco is over here. We weren't never no fucking Muslims, man. We Israelites, man. And this is just further edification to show you, like, we are not no damn Moors. So not only when we fled away from Roman persecution, where we fled to was heavily influenced by Islam. So of course we gon' take the cusp. Then at the end of the day, you gotta keep in the back of your mind the Most High at this time was tearing us down as a people, man. We couldn't be Israelites no more. We couldn't be princes of the power no more. You gotta understand, every time you say Israelite, every time you say Israel, pertaining to the Bible, it means prince of the power. We were a people before we were a place. Like, man, We flew into a, heavily influenced, heavily Islamic influenced country, man. You know, which so happened to be Morocco, man. You see what I'm saying? And then Morocco is close to Islamic republic called Mauritania. You know, and in Mauritania, you see the word like Moor. You know, it's a French word, man. From Mauritanios or something like that, I believe. Salaki if I'm a little off, but I'm close. You know? Then this just a breakdown of Moor, man. What does it mean to be a Moor, man? What does the word Moor mean? And you gotta understand how you look up words, man. We not dealing with the Germanic origin. We nowhere near German with this shit or Dutch. You know? We want to go to Greek, Latin, Old French, which goes all the way down to the English word Moor, man. A member of a northwestern African Muslim people of mixed Berber and Arab descent. In the 8th century, they conquered the Iberian Peninsula, but were finally driven out of their last stronghold in Granada at the end of the 15th century. Okay. So, basically a member of a northwestern African Muslim people. You see what I'm saying? You know? And you got to look up the etymology of these words, man, because you got to understand where, like, a word in English may mean something totally fucking different, you know, in Latin or something, you know, because that's the crafty counsel that the so-called white man takes against us each and every day, you know. Those are spells. You see in hocus pocus and shit like that, they say them different words over and over and over till eventually they believe in it. That's the same thing we do. Y'all, especially with Moors, y'all call yourselves Moors over and over and over again till y'all really believe that y'all fucking Moor, man. Y'all Israelites, man. You know? And if you don't know something, man, go ask a question. There's nothing wrong with asking a question. You know? Here, the men of the Lord at GMS, we still ask questions amongst each other. We don't got it all. That's why we look to each other through the spirit of Yahawashi. But anyways, a member of a northwestern African Muslim people of mixed Berber and Arab descent. Okay, so we know what Arab descent is. I told you that goes back to Ishmael. What is Berber? Boom. Berber. This is the how far back the word goes back to. From the Arabic name for the peoples living in the mountains. Then let them which be in Judea flee into the mountains when they see the desolation of the abomination of desolation. For the peoples living in the mountains and deserts of North Africa, west of Egypt, Morocco, perhaps ultimately from Greek barbaros or barbarian. Come on, man. We know what barbarian mean, but just to further go into it, so y'all know what they calling y'all. When you calling yourself a Moor, man, this is what you calling yourself, man. A fucking barbarian, man. A barbarian, man. Okay, let's see. Boom. Barbarian. In ancient times, a member of a community or tribe not belonging to one of the great civilizations, man. Because we don't. We're Israelites, man. And you, of course, Esau, the so-called white man, is gonna look at the fucking Greeks, Romans, and Christians, like they're great groups of people. And notice that they put Christians as a group of people, man. They don't use white people. They don't use Caucasians no more. None of that shit. They use Christians. Total religion as a civilization, man. They live off of that, man. Everything was built off of the church. You understand? An uncultured or brutish person. Damn. And you are who your father is, man. You know what I'm saying? Boom. Because, see, when we fled into the mountains, man, we needed somewhere to go. So we had people who took over places like Morocco, man. And like I said, man, this shit don't happen from Sunday to Tuesday, man. It takes time. And what do you have to do? You have to totally just wipe them out, man. Take their women, breed with their women. That's why it said from the Arabic name for the peoples living in the mountains and deserts of North Africa, west of Egypt, perhaps ultimately from Greek oh, hold on, let me go back here real quick. A member of the northwestern African Muslim people of mixed Berber and Arab descent. So like when we basically took over, Morocco, man, we was knocking down they women, man, but still taking after their customs. That's that Muslim Islamic ass custom, man. With a little dab of African custom and a little Christian, man. Not Christianity, but a little ways of Esau, man. Take wigged out. It's the same shit going on today, man. But yeah, back to barbarian. Uncultured, brutish, savage, uncivilized, barbaric, primitive, heathen, vulgar. They call us the heathen, but the Bible speaks of them as heathens. Vulgar, wild, brutish, Neanderthal. Now Neanderthals all the way to fuck off, man. You understand? But the point of the matter is, man, savage, uncivilized. Basically, y'all have no ways. They looked at y'all as y'all were just totally chaos, man. So boom, when y'all calling yourself Moors, a member of northwestern African Muslim people of mixed savage and Arab descent. You see what I'm saying? Hey, man, all praise to Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi, man. Peace and double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone, man. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect, man. You not no damn Moor, man. You an Israelite, man. Essentially this for the elect, but man, we gonna have the elect who thought that they was Moors, man. It's okay to come up out of it. That's why the Most High says, come up out of her. What the ways of the heathen, the different customs of the heathen, man. Come up out of her. There's nothing wrong with change, man. That's why, and everybody asks, well, how they so? Of course they good with law because, man, that's another topic for another day, man. But point blank of the matter is, man, we not Moors, man. All praise to Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi. Double honors to the apostle, elders, a great millstone. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. Shalom.